how to fix suspended Google business profiles, as in recover your Google business profile. If for whatever reason Google has suspended your business profile so that it doesn't show in Google search, it doesn't show in Google Maps, that means you're losing business, correct? And it could be a cumbersome moment for your business growth. And the fact that Google business profiles suspensions, the process doesn't tell us as business owners as to why they've suspended it. It's because of the way Google systems work. Most things are done algorithmically. That means Google algorithms looking at internet may, for whatever reason, come up with something that they think it's against their guidelines. So in this video session, what I'll do is share with you insights that you can follow so that you can recover your Google business profile successfully. First thing to do is, when your business profile is suspended, it is more than likely that you'll be able to edit your business information. Whether you do that through the Google Business Profile Management option, or whether you do that from Google Search or Google Maps. It is absolutely important that you triple check your photos, you triple check any posts that you may have posted through Google Business Profile, because Google has strict guidelines. Let's imagine you somehow uploaded a photo that is copyrighted, or your profile manager has uploaded a photo that's inappropriate, or you may have posted something that Google deems it's against its guidelines. All these little things can cause profile suspensions. So to reinstate your business profile, first thing to do is triple check your business information. You can edit your profile. Let's imagine your opening hours. Let's imagine a customer went to your physical store on a particular day and it was closed. If that's the case, 2 or 3 or 4 customers flagging your business as closed, and yet your hours are different, that could cause problems too. That's why you want to triple check the business information first, instead of using the appeal tool and so on. Next, depending on how you're using Google Business Profile, through your profile manager, you want to make sure this linked account section doesn't have linked accounts that has problems. Let's imagine Google Ads. If for whatever reason, let's say Google Ads is suspended and that's linked to your Google Business Profile, then that could cause problems. That means the next step that you should follow is to make sure the linked accounts, there is no problems with any linked accounts. If so, you can unlink that problem account. So then what we can do is we can surely read through the guidelines, because this is very important. Because most profile suspensions actually rise from not understanding the guidelines. And it could be a simple mistake, an honest mistake on your part that could cause profile suspensions. That's why spending that 5-10 minutes reading through the guidelines and asking yourself, what? Is the business description is correct? Is the products that you're advertising, can you promote that on Google and so on? Categories. All these little things can trip up Google algorithms, okay? So triple make sure you at least are familiar with the guidelines. Next, you can surely, edit your profile. I've just shown you that. Understanding how Google pulls information from internet could be helpful, because at times certain web scrapers or certain SEO people, especially so-called SEO gurus, they end up spamming Google by creating multiple web directories, web listings, in hope to get a business for a local business. If you've hired any of these citation services, so-called SEO backlinking services that have spammed Google, then you first want to clean up that backlink profile, or contact anyone you've hired who have created map citations, local SEO ranking, all this stuff, because all of those could cause profile suspension. Next, we have options in terms of appeal business profile content and profile restrictions. Obviously, if your business profile is suspended, then we need to be familiar with the guidelines and understand the options in terms of our appeal process. Because depending on where you're living on planet Earth, such as if you're in Europe, you may need to use different options. If you're living in Australia, you may need to use different options. Once you are familiar with the guidelines, once you have edited your business information, then it's time, you check the linked accounts, making sure there is no connection with any problematic Google service. You have not hired some map citation people. If so, you've contacted them, telling them to remove anything that they've done. And then, only then, you now can appeal. Because if you use this tool without understanding what I've just said, then the appeal process may not be successful. So let's imagine you have a profile suspension. You can appeal it by using appeals tool. But once again, I cannot stress the importance enough in terms of the guidelines. Any spammy methods anyone has done, they have to be cleaned up. And the profile information is accurate and it's within Google guidelines. Then what you can do is use the appeal tool. I'll share this link in the video description, and select the appropriate one. If you're in WEA countries, as in European Union countries, select that option because that's different. And then select the Google account associated with your Google business profile and press confirm. Because what you want now is you want to appeal the suspension process. But you have to ask yourself, there's a reason for Google algorithms suspending your profile. Unless that is fixed, if we just use this tool, then Google will not remove the suspension. That's why we want to clean up the reason why Google has suspended the profile. Then using the appeals tool, simply select the business, then press continue. No info found because mine is not suspended. And then it's just a matter of following the prompts. Now, at that moment, you may need to submit business details, such as your address information, tax information. On a letter, you can have them prepared. Now, and then perhaps leaving, it depends where you are and the type of business profile and so on. at times Google actually takes a bit of time in terms of its response time. Yeah. Let's imagine that your appeal was successful, because this is the process to follow. If you follow the insights thus far, you will actually reinstate your profile. But for whatever reason that Google has not removed the suspension, what can you do then? Then what you can do is you can actually appeal the rejected profile edits as well. You can actually contact Google Business Help section, select the reason, tell as to what the reason is, and then it'll give you the contact option. Okay, so that's the next step. Yeah, before I close up, I'll share this link in the description as well. You can actually finally appeal the denied request if all your steps thus far did not bring positive results. Finally, this is the last option, so to speak. You can actually provide additional review of a denied appeal. Because basically when you're using the tools available, you're appealing the suspension, saying, you know what, Google, you've done something wrong, my profile shouldn't be suspended. And if after they review it, they should reinstate the profile. If they haven't done so, then you can contact them. That's the next step. And if they still haven't fixed the suspended profile, then the last step is this for most small business owners. But surely, even after you follow this last approach, and if they have not reinstated your profile, then surely the last option is to perhaps contact a lawyer and then get them to take things further. This is the steps to follow to recover a suspended Google business profile. Let me quickly wrap it up. I'll share all the links in this video session description. First, triple make sure that the profile information is correct. From your end, that's what you can do. Next, you want a glimpse at linked accounts, because at times this could cause somehow issues with a Google account because of the way Google accounts are structured. Then you can appeal the process, but before you do that, you want to understand the guidelines so that you're meeting the guidelines. That includes the information on your website. If things do not match, that could cause problems. If there has been any search engine optimization done that's against Google guidelines, that includes Google Maps citation, local SEO services that spam Google, that could cause problems with profiles as well, because it's linked to your online presence. Then visit this link here. Before you submit, understand where you are so that you can select the right tool, and then appeal the process for suspension. And cross your fingers, hopefully all is good and your profile is recovered. If not, you can contact Google. That's the next step. Describe as to what's going on and take things from there. Then, if that fails as well, then you have an option to request the next step, which is review of the denial appeal and so on. And at that moment, if somehow that's not positive either, then finally you have the lawyer option. This is the steps to follow so that you can recover a suspended Google business profile.